welcome to the Black Mind Games podcast episode, who knows, 411, 412? I don't know. We don't know. Josh, do you know?
I don't know. Every time I put a...
You're always one ahead, I think.
I seem to be one ahead or...
412. 412.
Yeah.
We're also up 250%, which is a little concerning. I'm a little concerned.
What?
212%.
Oh.
200.
Good?
Yeah, yeah, this week on the podcast, I don't know, we're talking about dicks and shit and cocks and balls,
Yep.
cocks and balls, cocks and balls.
Yeah, just talking about, I don't know, whatever the hell is our fancy this week.
I mean, we could talk about how the Marvels came out and it was...
The what?
The Marvels came out.
The Marvel... Oh! Yes.
Yes.
That weird female.
The females, the ladies movie, the movie with the ladies, with the three of them.
So I just, as soon as I just saw images of it, I just went, okay, it's either going to be actually good or it's going to be just that, South Park what made fun of again.
Well, it's the lowest Marvel movie to ever be released. It had the lowest opening day of all time until the next Marvel movie comes out, and that one shit.
That's funny.
It's pretty funny. I'm dying of laughter because to me it's just, how do I say this? To me, it's just pretty much obvious that what the issue is that movie's going to come out and it's going to be complete and total trash. Like fucking trash. And it comes out and you're like, oh, what did they do? What did they make? What did they make? And you're like, oh, the reviews are 57 on Rotten Tomatoes. Let me look at it. And really, really bad. So it can't be that bad. And then I watch people I actually trust, and they're like, it's fucking worse than that. It's really bad. There's bullshit. There's Miss Marvel, who is a character that everyone hates in the comic books, is literally a dumb bitch.
Oh no.
And she has some of the cringiest one-liners known to man.
Oh.
And then it's just a bad show. So it's a 43% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is disappointing. It's just upsetting. But yeah, like South Park said, they stuck chicks in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and then they made them lame.
And they made them lame.
And they weren't gay, but they're kind of lame. I guess they're a little bit gay.
Just, trying to appease to every demographic possible.
Well, that was the problem, and that was the good thing. Here's the thing. I liked the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I didn't like all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
But Iron Man was always a cool show.
Yeah.
And I didn't like the people who were like, you have to watch all 50 movies that come out before you watch Infinity War Endgame. No, you don't. You just need to watch 4.
Or hell, just jump straight in.
Yeah. And it's a really good show, but the problem is they keep going, well, don't you care? And it's no, I don't care. I stopped caring a long time ago. And when I stopped caring, it was basically I'd watch the movies and I'd be like, oh, Guardians is good. And Guardians is fine. I like it. It's a fun movie. Oh, this movie's good. Oh, this movie's good. And that was the end of it. Now I'm just maybe we should stop watching these movies. That's just my thought.
Maybe Marvel. I say Marvel, but Marvel should just I don't know, do the Spider-Man. You know, the Spidey thing, and that's so far been pretty awesome.
Well, like,
But
you look at Spider-Man, and they haven't done the Marvel formula really. They've just been
doing their own thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
I do like to see what was it? Another Marvel property, Deadpool. Like, that's also pretty fun. Like, it's not necessarily it's connected to the universe. They make references, but they don't actually connect it with anything. Like, it's just funny that like he's actually kind of more of an integral role to Marvel as of late than what the movies make out him to be. It's just, I find it disappointing that Deadpool didn't get a drop in like the Infinity War bullshit.
I mean, there was always hints that Deadpool was in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so
yeah. Especially when it came to what was it, the second movie where he was at the mansion for gifted youth. And he was just bitching, complaining in the wheelchair. And he's like, well, how the fuck is there no one here? And his back is turned to the door, and the door was filled with the cast of X-Men.
Of the previous like 3 movies. Because Fox was like, we're gonna reboot this shit because we can, and we're just gonna reboot it. And you look at those movies and you're like, man, X1 was pretty good, X2 is pretty good, X3 is a train wreck and it is a aborted fetus of a movie. And then you look at the reboots and they're like, oh, it's great.
Yeah, I just love it so that they drop that reference and they were like, no, we're not touching this shit, and they close the door.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been so great. And like the fact that they had Colossus in there that was actually Colossus. Oh, that movie was great and wonderful.
Colossus, like the classic Colossus you remember. It's like, damn, yeah, like this is great.
You know,
the only thing is weird is that he never went out of metal shape in that whole movie, except for like once.
Yeah.
Like, they're so cheap. They're like, nah, you're in metal form the whole movie. It's like, oh, come on. Even when he's sitting in bed and he's in metal form. Why?
Because fuck you, Josh.
Like, they're so cheap.
We also had the Game Awards nominations that came out today as well. But yeah, no.
Dude, AAA, circle jerk.
Well, yeah. But there's
half of those indie titles to say it's indie, it's still AAA.
Oh, I have a bone to pick with one of them.
Fucking Christ! Like, I was looking at the list. Like, I think I saw it earlier at work on my lunch break, and I was looking at them, and I was like, "The fuck is this list?"
I mean, okay. Let's go through the list very briefly, since we're changing topics.
Yeah, may as well.
Most nominated game, Alan Wake 2. Most nominated games is 8 nominations. Alan Wake 2. Well, okay, Alan Wake 2. If that wins Game of the fucking Year, I swear to God, somebody's gonna fucking get murdered. Like,
murder everyone.
Murdered. Just brutalized, dead, not fucking coming back. Everyone's dead. Baldur's Gate, that belongs there. 8 nominations. Cyberpunk,
Spider-Man 2.
Why is Cyberpunk on that list?
Which list is it?
Most nominated games.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
because there's oh man, this is a bad way of looking at this list. I gotta go to Reddit because better way of looking at this list.
I'm actually looking it up right now. Let's see if r/games hates my guts. They probably do.
Well, I can't see it. I'm banned again.
I've been banned for really stupid things. Stupid things that I'm like, hey, like, here's my opinion, and then they're like, I can't believe he said that. I can't believe he did that because he's a fucking asshole. Well,
let's use the terrible website that is
Reddit.
No, not Reddit. I want to use Reddit is better because someone just has a list of it somewhere.
Oh, yeah,
I know I saw it.
Okay, yeah. So I go to the r/games subreddit, and I'm like, the first thing I see is like, oh, great. This is the reason why I never go to the subreddit. Is this just going to be Ugh. It's just going to be terrible and horrible and sad and depressing. And yeah, I immediately looked at him like, yeah, this is sad and depressing.
Is it that sad and depressing?
It was. I'm trying to find like that stupid like, hey, is there any? And it's like just like there's 5 more layoffs happening. And it's like, oh, fuck off, just stop. I'll fucking go to a different site. God damn it.
I mean, the layoff thing is still happening.
I mean, yeah, it is, but like the problem is that. Like if I wanted to go to a gaming subreddit for everyone, I would go to r/games. But r/games also hates me because I'm a PC Master Race user. And we as PC Master Race might have bullied the fuck out of them back in the day. / still do. Look, it's not my fault we bullied the fuck out of them. I mean, we were right.
I don't know. I don't think people would know that if you don't say anything.
Oh no, I've been banned before because I'm. They banned me and unbanned me because I bitched.
Oh.
They banned me and they were like, how dare you defend it? I'm like, look, I'm just saying, like, you guys got my fucking subreddit banned, so we're just gonna fucking post everything here. So they banned a bunch of us. Okay, so r/PC gaming, an actual useful subreddit. Okay.
Well, I actually found a list of all the what was it, video game award lists. Yeah. So let's go through quickly here. So game of the year.
Game of the year. Okay, let's go through the list. Okay, so game of the year. Alan Wake 2. No.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Game of the year.
Marvel Spider-Man 2.
No.
Resident Evil 4 Capcom the remake.
Possibly. I mean, it's a remake. It shouldn't. It's a remake of the best Resident Evil game.
Yeah. So it's like, is that worthy? Maybe.
Possibly. But like, here's the thing: is like when Baldur's Gate has no flaws. Resident Evil has flaws.
Yeah. Although, let's say there was, in movies, there was usually remakes of old shit, and then maybe that got an award. Like, that's probably the same tier.
When you have a voice actor that is known as Ada Wong, and it's as terrible as it's so fucking bad it becomes a meme. No, it's not Game of the Year. It's the same. It's the same reason why Spider-Man 2 should not be Game of the Year. Is because
is her voice acting that bad?
Her voice acting is really bad, dude.
Huh.
And the reason why Alan Wake and Marvel Spider-Man 2 is probably because game journals really like those games, and they're like, but it's the best game ever, and it's so great, and it's the most amazing game ever. And you're like, no, shut up. Like, it's fucking bad.
What about Mario? Mario's on there.
I haven't played that game, and I haven't really looked at it, and I kind of want to buy it, so maybe.
I mean, I've seen the videos, and it looks entertaining, and they do a lot of weird shit this time. So the mechanic is that you take drugs.
Drugs are good. I'm okay with that.
Although I'm exaggerating that part, but it's you take drugs.
So, but it's Nintendo, so
yeah.
Okay.
So it's you touch a flower. I think you touch a flower. Yeah, you touch a flower, then you're on a trip.
Okay.
And then the last game, Tears of the Kingdom.
No.
Zelda.
No.
No, you sure not a expansive second game of the same game?
The problem with that game, and I'm gonna make a bunch of enemies when I say this.
It's too good.
Okay, like here's the thing: Breath of the Wild, okay, is a great game, fantastic game, wonderful game. Okay,
sure.
Okay, as a former StarCraft 2 fan and a person who likes StarCraft and how Blizzard rolled out StarCraft as a series. I have no place in the world to say this, but I'm going to say this. It's an expansion pack.
A really elaborate expansion pack.
It's an expansion pack that's $90.
Yeah. It's its own game.
Yeah. And that's not a bad thing, but being a Majora's Mask 2.0.
Severe mixed feelings.
Yeah, it's if the world map wasn't just so 1-to-1, I wouldn't be.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Whereas and they're like, but we added this and we added this and we added this, and you're like, how about
bullshit in the sky so you can get to the sky with bullshit?
Yeah, don't you like bullshit? And it's like,
and then you can make a cart with bullshit on it, and you can bullshit the other bullshit with your bullshit.
I mean, here's the thing: is Baldur's Gate 3 should just win.
It should.
Yeah.
If I had sex with a bear, it should win.
I mean, you can be stupid, sexy vampire man.
Stupid, sexy vampire man, or stupid, sexy dragon guy,
or stupid, sexy I want to fuck the green lady. Because she's green.
Because she's green.
I also want to fuck Gale because Gale's also had sex with gods, but
best game direction. Isn't that just the same thing again?
No, because they dropped Resident Evil. Again, Baldur's Gate.
So no, it's not. See, we dropped one title. Okay, it's not the same.
Innovative. Well, I like the description for this word. Best game direction award for outstanding creative vision, innovation in game. So it's going to be Alan Wake. No.
Best adaptation.
So I can tell you exactly the reason why Alan Wake and Marvel Spider-Man 2 are on that list, because the people who made this list are fucking retarded. The winners of this category are going to be either Baldur's Gate and Mario Wonder.
Look, all I'm saying is that the real award show, the Vidya Games Awards, the one made by 4chan, that award show is actually a better award show, hands down, made for free by people on 4chan. It has so much production value, puts them to shame.
Oh yeah.
I hands down recommend the Vidya Game Awards. It's weird. You should look it up. It's real good.
But here's the thing: is you look at those award shows and you're like, actually, this is quite decent. Actually, I can enjoy myself. Actually, I'm having fun.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Unless you get chased on stage with some weirdos going what was that? Was there a weirdo?
The guy goes, it's the rabbi guy. It's the guy. He trolls Hassan Piker. He says, "Hi, we're here to support landlords. We like landlords." And Hassan Piker just gets fucking pissed off, and he goes, "Look, you can't have a capitalist system." And they start chanting, "Landlords, landlords." It's like, as a landlord, I appreciate it. As a landlord, I'm sick and tired of being made out to be the bad guy. I appreciate it. Okay. Josh doesn't agree with me, but I appreciate it.
Anyway, best adaptation,
best narrative. We haven't even talked about best narrative.
No, if we're skipping. Oh, I'm looking at the varieties list. They have it must have it arranged a little differently.
Best adaptation.
Yes.
Let me guess. It's Castlevania, Gran Turismo, Last of Us, Super Mario Movie, and Twisted Metal.
Huh.
3 of those are bangers.
Yeah.
Castlevania
is still good.
I haven't watched it.
I mean, I have to go to my Pirate Cove to find. If I go watch these shows,
I would say
I don't have time for.
I would say Twisted Metal.
Is that actually? I thought it was a lot of the character of Sweet Tooth is not what that character is supposed to be, but whatever.
It's perfect. It's perfect. But if you're asking for me which one I would pick from this list, because the one that's probably going to win is either going to be the Mario Brothers movie or it's going to be Last of Us.
Oh. Yeah, Christ. Last of Us all over again.
Well, here's the thing. It's if they do Last of Us 2 and they don't kill Joel, that would be perfect. But they're going to kill Joel. They're going to beat the shit out of him. And everyone's going to be like, I can't believe they killed Joel. And every single gamer is going to go, yeah, just wait. It gets worse.
Oh, yeah. Get ready for your weird sex scene in the third one.
Oh man, I just want. You know what? Here's the thing.
Best narrative.
Best narrative.
Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3,
Yeah.
Cyberpunk 2077, Final Fantasy X V1, so that's 16. Marvel's Spider-Man 2.
So drop.
I really couldn't tell you which one.
So drop Alan Wake. Drop Spider-Man. You have a category that's actually quite decent here.
I think Baldur's Gate 3 should win again.
I don't think it's going to be Baldur's Gate. I think if it's a tie between Baldur's Gate and Final Fantasy.
Oh,
because Final Fantasy is a really good story.
I see.
Final Fantasy is a story that deals with like racism.
Oh yeah, the fucked up racism that it has.
Yeah, where it's like, hey, if you can do magic, you're fucking a slave now. Fuck off.
Yep. Castle Super Beast went into that in depth about how fucked up that shit is.
It was really excited.
Wow. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Racism.
Race war starts now.
Baldur's Gate's probably gonna win it, but it's also like you they also lack best girl. So
best art direction. Alan Wake 2, Hi-Fi Rush, Lies of P, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and Legend of Zelda. Tears of the Butt.
So Alan Wake does not belong on this list.
Does it belong on any list?
Like
at this point, like you're saying no to it every time, and I'm like, does it belong to anything?
Okay, so here's the problem with Alan Wake. Okay, Alan Wake 1 came out, and it was actually unique and actually really cool and awesome, and people liked it. It was a great game. It was.
When did Control come out?
Control came out, I think, a couple years later.
Okay.
But Alan Wake was like a really cool game. It was innovative. It was awesome, and it was interesting enough to the point where you could look at that art direction and be very interesting. This one, they fucking made the game like fucking like bright as day. And so like the thing that made Alan Wake really cool and what it made it awesome with RTX is you play it and it takes place at night. So the flashlight's really cool. You have a flashlight and it's a really interesting game. This game is like you play as a character who was black, who was originally white, so something happens so that now she's black. And Mr. Scratch is being a fucking dipshit and evil and dumb. And it's just like, I don't think you understand the point of Alan Wake. The point of Alan Wake is that you play the game at night.
Is that the point, or is that just for that one game?
That was the point. That was something that was carried over to Alan Wake. I think it's Alan Wake Midnight Nightmare or something like that. But Alan Wake's like a really highly rated game. And the other one is like this game has... You watch some of the dialogue that they have in it and you're like... They're like, oh, well, you have a character and she finds out her daughter dies and she knows her, and another character is like explaining to her that how she knows her name. And she goes, I'm sorry, what? Like, this is a little fucked up and weird. And she delivers the most flat response ever. And you're like, who wrote this? That's not how normal people talk.
So best art direction, Hi-Fi Rush. Also
hands down.
Liza P. Yeah, it was also Liza P.
I haven't played that one. Have you?
I've seen it, and I mean it looks cool, but I think Hi-Fi Rush was probably going to squeak out.
Here's the thing with Hi-Fi Rush is that Hi-Fi Rush is the most unique game this year.
Yes.
Say anything that you want about Alan Wake 2. Say anything you want about Mario Wonder. Say anything about Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. They're sequels. Liza P could be the best looking game of the year.
Yeah.
But Hi-Fi Rush actually has color. Hi-Fi Rush has character. Hi-Fi Rush, you look at every single character in that series in the game, and you're like, oh, they do something different.
Yep.
And it's interesting and cool. And it's a very diverse cast. It's a very interesting art style.
They made it diverse and didn't make it lame.
Yes. They didn't do the Kathleen Kennedy thing. They did. There's strong, independent female energy in this game, and it shows and it drips. And you're like, it's the best game of this year.
There's like 2 independent strong, 3 strong independent feet. There's you know what? They're so strong. I don't have to say independent because they're that strong. They're just strong. They're just real good.
Next one.
Best score and music.
Okay, if it's not Hi-Fi Rush, then this world needs to be.
Hi-Fi Rush is on there. We can skip that.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, we win.
Okay, best audio. Hi-Fi Rush is on there. We can skip that.
See, part of me's biased because I'm like, nah, Dead Space should win, but I'm like, nah, it's Hi-Fi Rush.
It's Hi-Fi Rush. Best performance. Oh, this is gonna be weird. By characters. I get it. I thought it was like game performance. I'm like, how do you measure this? But anyway, best performance. Ben Stir, Final Fantasy. Cameron Monaghan? Star Wars?
Yep.
Okay.
Idris Elba.
Cyberpunk. Nell Newbun?
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate. Yuri Lowenthal.
Yeah, and Millennia Liberd.
Oh.
Okay. I will say this.
Final Fantasy.
No. Probably. Idris Elba is probably going to win.
Okay.
Next one. Yeah, my guess is Idris Elba, Ben Starr, and Newburn are going to win. If it's the Alan Wake 2 chick, I mean, she's given a shitty script, so I don't think that she deserves to win. But that's my opinion.
She should do the Bob Burnquist thing at one of the X Game tournaments.
Yeah.
Where he was given like gold or something, but he felt he did so subpar he threw it in the crowd.
Yeah.
Like, should she do that? Throw her trophy in the crowd.
Oh, this next one is going to be great.
Innovation and accessibility.
So the retard setting.
I enjoy the retard setting. Hey. Some games, when they have these like overflowing flow charts of accessibility, everything, I'm like, hey, this is awesome because that one thing I hate about the game, I could potentially fix it.
Diablo 4, Forza Motorsport, Hi-Fi Rush, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Mortal Kombat 1, Street Fighter 6. Okay, let me put it like this. If a fighting game's on this list...
Have you seen like the level of like flexibility in Street Fighter 6?
No, I haven't.
You can get to the point where each character is just like color blobs, but the color blobs are all still the character you're picking. And also, like, if you have really bad like color perception or really bad like your vision is shit, but you can still tell what's on the screen, but you just need more help with that. You're like, oh yeah, each character you can just make it so that this one's purple, this one's black, this one's white, and you're like, you just see it better that way. Like, it gets really granular with the accessibility. So I think each one does a good job with that too.
So here's my question: why the fuck is this a category?
I don't know. If anything, I want them all to win because it's like accessibility is a huge thing. I think it's really important.
I think accessibility is important too. You know what else I think is important?
What?
I don't think accessibility is the thing that is necessary for an award.
I guess
that's my opinion. I might be wrong. I am 100%.
But it's their award show. They do whatever they want.
Yeah. I look forward to the Vidya Game Awards where they have this award and it's called retard setting best retard settings.
they have this award they call best retard setting, and they go through their lists, and then they just go, no, they all win. No, we're not scoring this. They all win. I don't care.
They're all winners.
Yeah, they're literally all winners. They all help out people in need. Like, shut up.
No, it's probably it's probably gonna be something funny.
I sure hope it's that. I'm so good.
Oh man, this next one is
games for impact. What does that mean?
So, games for a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning message. Space for the Unbounded, Chance of the Senior, Goodbye Volcano High, Tichi, Terra Nil, and Venba. I got a message Ben about this.
Skip.
I'm gonna message Ben about this.
Best ongoing game.
It's Goodbye Volcano High because let me be honest with you guys.
That game sucks.
We funded his taxpayers.
We
funded his taxpayers.
God damn it!
We funded the trans dinosaur game.
Oh goddamn! No, you know the real story of the Goodbye Volcano High. I found a review of it online, and I was looking up the review of it, and turns out this game was meant to come out 5 years ago.
Oh,
it was on a Sony showcase 5 years ago. Like, why did it take this long to come out?
What the fuck, dude?
Like, holy shit.
Best ongoing.
Anyway, best ongoing. Let's see here. Apex Legends, Cyberpunk, Final Fantasy, new one, Fortnite, and Genshin Impact.
So if it's not Genshin Impact or Fortnite or Apex,
it's hard to say what they mean by ongoing, because
here's the thing. Phantom Liberty is such a fucking improvement over the base level Cyberpunk game that it should honestly win. But the fact of the matter is that, like, I don't think that's really I think that this category should really just be calling best live service game, and Cyberpunk should be put into a separate category called best DLC, because that one would win hands down.
I think you should redo this category saying best updates to game to date. Like,
yeah. In which case, then it's Cyberpunk, because Cyberpunk came out and the bones were okay.
Actually, it should be Viewfinder, because they actually updated the voice acting. They silently shoved in better voice acting.
That's good.
They didn't, because here, you know how I know? Because one night I was just playing the game, I finished it, and I was like, wow, that was a great game. Too bad the voice acting sucked a lot. And then one night I was looking at my Steam library and noticed there was an update for the game that was 2 gigabytes. I'm like, what on earth could be 2 gigabytes for Viewfinder? And I was like, oh my god, they shoved in better voice acting, and they kind of did.
So, yeah, it's Cyberpunk. The next one's gonna be bad.
Best community support.
The nominees.
How is Bungie there? Get off the stage! Get off the stage!
Oh, you were talking to Zep, weren't you?
I mean, I heard so much shit from people all the time. It's like, I don't think Bungie should be on there.
No, it shouldn't be.
No. Oh, man.
So we're gonna drop Bungie. They're fucking trash. We don't like them.
No Man's Sky. I could put them there, I guess.
No Man's Sky deserves to win.
Yeah, if they actually turn their game around.
So does Cyberpunk, and so does Baldur's Gate. Yes. I would say it's probably going to be Baldur's Gate or No Man's Sky.
I mean, I don't think Baldur's Gate should be there simply because
it's new.
Yeah, it's so bloody new.
I think Cyberpunk belongs on there because they actually put in the effort.
I mean, Cyberpunk should be there, and then No Man's Sky should be definitely there.
And No Man's Sky should win.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
This is not the best community support. It's that we turned the ship around and made it better.
Yeah.
Best independent game. Cocoon. I haven't heard of that one. Dave the Diver. Dredge. Sea of Stars, and Viewfinder's on there.
So Viewfinder wins.
Yes, simply because because mechanic wise, it's a fucking cool shit.
Okay, we'll go with Viewfinder.
Although I haven't heard of Cocoon. Some of these titles I have to look into. And see if they're
David
worth
the
it.
Diver, I hear everyone's either like it's a really good game and it's overwhelmingly positive, or people hate it. Dredge, I haven't heard anything about. Sea of the Stars.
Dredge is that game where you're. If I'm thinking it's the right one, it's the you're a boat ship captain and you're out fishing and there's spooky shit around you.
Ooh, spooky shit. Yeah,
I think that's what Dredge is. I have to look that up.
So the next one you're gonna like.
Okay. Let's see here. Best. Best.
So it's Cocoon, Dredge, Pizza Tower, Venba, and Viewfinder for best debut indie game. It's Pizza Tower.
Oh man, it's like splitting
Pizza
hairs.
Tower. It's Pizza Tower.
It's splitting hairs.
It's Pizza Tower.
What the hell's Viba? Venaba. Venaba. I gotta see what that looks like because now I'm curious. Oh, you're cooking. Okay, I've seen this before. It's a family cooking meals and whatever. It's wholesome.
The next one is best mobile game. I'm not biased here. It's Avatar Generations, even though it's not nominated. Please give me my award.
Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
Honkai Star Royale. If it's not okay, it's either going to be Honkai or it's going to be Monster Hunter. Now it's probably going to be Honkai because people are like, but tits, and you're like,
the tits.
I understand, tits are great, but let's be honest here. But tits, okay, it's tits. It's going to be Honkai. Boop.
Best VR AR game. I could probably skip that one.
It's either Resident Evil Village or Gran Turismo 7.
Horizon Call of the Mountain. Resident Evil. Synapse.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't think any of us can say anything about VR because we don't own it.
Action game. Hi-Fi Rush, Armored Core, Remnant 2, Dead Island 2, Ghost Runner 2.
A lot of twos.
I'm going to see. This is a fucking hard category.
Yeah.
I like Armored Core. I want to say it's Armored Core, but it might be Hi-Fi or might be Remnant.
Yeah. I mean... how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's 5. And I was gonna say if there's 6, just roll a dice.
Yeah,
because
I would say Armored Core.
Yeah, it's just. I know it looks
this
impressive.
year has been a really good year for games, hasn't it?
I think so. Like again, like what was it? The Giant Bombcast used to say is that now is the best time to play video games. Or something like that, isn't it?
No, goes back, I would say around 2020, 2019, it was getting really bad for a bit.
Oh.
There wasn't a lot of really good games around COVID. Like, after Doom Eternal and a couple games came out, you were like, oh, it's fine. And then, like, new games came out, and you're like, this is getting shittier and shittier and shittier and shittier.
And then I'd make a deep dive into indie titles and go, no, I'm fine.
Yeah. Best action adventure game.
Alan Wake 2, Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Legend of Zelda, Tears of Doom. Damn, Tears of Doom.
It's probably gonna be
Zelda.
It's probably gonna be Zelda.
Yeah, I mean Jedi. I actually seen Jedi Survivor and how that plays, and it's pretty close. It's not close, but I mean it's still an adventure game, like Jack and Dexter feel.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure I'm like, yeah, that's fine. It's a fun game, but I'm like, I don't know. It's hard again, splitting hairs.
Oh, yeah.
Comparing apples to oranges with some of these.
If it's Alan Wake 2, I will cry a little tear. I'm like, you look at it and you're like, it's not really actiony. It's more narrative.
It'll be so hilarious if the Vidya Game Awards make fun of how many times Alan Wake's won the title over and over.
Alan Wake 2 is nominated 8 times. Yeah, it didn't deserve those 4 of those nominations.
I would argue that it could be nominated like twice and then not anymore.
I would say best game of the year, it's not deserving.
Yeah.
I would say that's me. I think that Baldur's Gate is just it's so much better of a game in so many ways.
Best RPG.
Well, it's Baldur's Gate, so...
Well, I have to say none of these have an RPG in it except for Starfield, which I think it has an RPG, so that was my default.
No, it's Baldur's Gate 3, dude. Shut up. Fuck you. It's D&D. It's literally just D&D.
No, I'm saying like a gun.
Oh.
Like, none of these have an RPG except for Starfield.
Oh, yeah, no, it's Baldur's Gate 3. It's no fucking question. Like here's the thing. If Final Fantasy 16 did not come out this year, it would be, and came out the following year, it would be best RPG. Hands fucking down. Nobody would fucking question it. Everyone would go, oh, Final Fantasy 16? Yeah, that's the fucking winner. No questions asked. Starfield, same thing. If Starfield came out a year later, nobody would have gone, everyone would have gone, oh, it's Starfield. No fucking questions asked. Like, don't fucking worry about it, dude. Dude, it's locked in the bag. No, it's just Baldur's Gate 3.
Best fighting game. God of Rock, Mortal Kombat 1, Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl 2, Pocket Bravery, and Streets of Fighter 6.
I think it's Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, there's 2 I have to look up now. God of Rock and then Pocket Bravery. It looks... I don't know, I'm trying to remember if I remember seeing these at all. It feels like a title that I should have heard.
Yeah.
God of Rock. Oh, interesting. It's a rhythm game based fighting
game. Oh, cool.
Yeah. Interesting.
Best family.
We don't have family, so we can't say anything about that.
It's Super Mario Wonder, dude.
Oh, Disney, Party Animal, Pikmin 4, Sonic Superstar. Yeah, it's Mario.
Yeah. Best sim/strategy. Company of Heroes 3, Fire Emblem Engage, Pikmin 4, City Skyline 2, Advanced Wars 1 and 2. Okay, can I say this about Fire Emblem? I hate this game with a passion.
Either you really like it or you really hate it.
I watched a friend play it, and the moment they said, "You are the Fire Emblem," I sat there and was like, "Okay, we're done." No, what the fuck? Just no. Like Tracy Morgan from Cop Out, I just started going, no, hell no. It's City Silence too.
You know what? Sure.
It's City Skylines 2 because that one's the one that actually simulates. That one simulates when citizens start brushing their teeth.
Huh. Best sports racing.
It might be Advanced Wars. It might be Fire Emblem Engage. I think it might be Advanced Wars.
Crazy how that one racing. Okay.
EA Sports FC 24, Hot Wheels Unleashed 2, Turbocharged, Forza Motorsports F1 23, The Crew, Motorfest.
Huh.
So one of these I've heard of. One of them, everyone I've talked to about it says it's absolute trash and they hate it.
Which one's that?
Forza.
Oh.
I'm going to say it's either F123 or Hot Wheels.
I think Hot Wheels I'm not sure if this is one of them. I know one of them was like it came out and a lot of people liked it, but it was just for whatever reason there was just a lack of game modes.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not sure if that's the best racing game.
Might be.
Because for a racing game, you want a lot of modes just so you can keep yourself preoccupied.
Yeah. But it might be Hot Wheels. I don't know. I need to look up some. I'm realizing I need to play more games.
Best multiplayer.
It's not Diablo.
Presented by Discord. Party Animals, Street Fighter 6,
Super Mario Wonder, Baldur's Gate.
I don't.
It might be Party Animals.
It might be Party Animals.
The thing is like Baldur's Gate is cooperative. Diablo 4 is a live service.
Yeah. Street Fighter 6 is a fighting game.
Street Fighter 6 is a fighting game.
And then
Super Mario Wonder is cooperative.
Semi-cooperative, because it's like ghost characters and couch co-op and all that shit.
Yeah.
So it's just
Party Animals.
Yeah, sure. It's classic.
We have best adaptations, which we already went through. Most anticipated game.
Rebirth, Hades 2, Like a Dragon, Star Wars Outlaws. That's a thing?
Yeah.
Huh. Tekken's 8.
Okay, so it's not Star Wars Outlaws because when people were talking about that game when it first got announced, you want to know the big major selling point?
What?
Okay, so like usually when somebody says when somebody says we're making a new Star Wars game, I go, okay, I'm a little interested here. What are you making? Well, we're making a game, and I'm expecting like them to go, we're making a sandbox game. I go, okay, cool. So like I can hijack cars and stuff like that. No. Okay. What can I do? Well, we have a queer protagonist. That's it. That's it. What's the gameplay here? Is it first person shooter? Is it third person shooter? Is it GTA like? We have a queer protagonist. I don't care about your fucking protagonist's sexuality. I'm asking questions. But we have a queer protagonist. No, you don't get it. So it's not that one. Might be Tekken 8. Might be Hades 2. Yeah.
Which, as to say, Hades 2 or Tekken 8. That's my favorites.
The thing is like Hades 2 is probably going to be the one that everyone says. Final Fantasy 7 is the dark horse because it's Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah.
But Hades 2 might be the one that kind of gets everyone going like, yeah, I liked Hades. And it's like, yeah, Hades is a good game.
Yeah.
Hades 2 is a good game, A little weird that they're making a new Hades game, but that's besides the point.
I mean, whatever.
Creator of the year.
Iron Mouse. People make games. Quackity? Spreen? And Cypher PK.
I don't care.
I skip.
Yeah.
Best esports game.
Counter-Strike 2.
No, what's the...
it's Dota or League of Legends.
Overwatch 2. Overwatch 2.
It's Dota or League of Legends. PUBG Mobile is not very good. It's highly rated. Valorant 2.
It's a mobile game.
It's one of those esports athletes. Skip.
Valorant.
Esports team. Skip.
Skip.
Esports
Best
coach.
Esports skip.
Who fucking cares? Esport offense.
Skip.
Fuck off.
Event skip. Okay, we're done.
Why do people do this?
Oh fuck. I mean, hey, it's kind of like to show that the community of gaming is getting bigger and bigger. Like all this esports stuff is part of it. I'm like, I get it, but man, I couldn't tell you a single player from a coach to a big next sporting event happening now. Like, I could not tell you, other than Evo, which is the fighting game thing.
Yeah,
like. Well, whatever. That was the last of the list.
I mean, here's the thing: is like every single time.
You think Alan Wake 2 is going to take a landslide victory and everything?
Here's the thing: Alan Wake 2 is such a bad game.
Yeah.
That let me look it up. Let me show let me kind of say this. Alan Wake 2's Metacritic score, okay, is an 87 on Metacritic. It's generally favorable. It is an 88 on like user score, okay? It is an Epic exclusive, PlayStation exclusive, okay? The people who like it are the ones who love games that are like games that tend to be one of those. How do I say this? The people who like it are the ones who are already going to buy it. They're going to like it because they're going to be like, wow, it's a new Alan Wake and it's on my platform. Okay. Once this thing gets out to the general populace, people are going to rip it to shreds. Whereas, like, you have Baldur's Gate that was in early access for 3 years. They rewrote Shadowheart's entire character. They made her, they rewrote her so that people were less fucking pissed off at her. And now you're like, and you have Baldur's Gate in that list? If Baldur's Gate doesn't win, it's a fucking travesty. Because Baldur's Gate, I think, is like one of the highest rated games of all time. So that's my guess is Baldur's Gate's going to win, hands down.
Baldur's Gate 3, it's, you know what? It's all because sex.
But yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 has a 96 on Metacritic.
It's the sex.
Yeah. The only game that ties it is Legends of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which I don't think it deserves it. That's me. So.
Well, also, I played a video game this week.
So did I. I played a new video game.
Man, that took a whole hour just talking about stupid fucking award show. Fuck.
We can do another 20 minutes.
Yeah, we can do another 20 minutes.
Do 10 on your topic, 10 on mine.
Yeah, we can do that. Mine should be relatively short. I played Risk of Rain Returns.
That's nice. Is it just new Risk? Is it just a remake of the first game?
Practically. However, I feel the Risk of Rain Returns is slightly easier than the first one. Or, I mean, the original, Like, I've been playing it so far, and I've unlocked, like, almost 50% of the achievements. And I've been playing it for how long? Let's see. 21 hours, apparently. That might be a little skewed, but still 21 hours. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, like, it's real good. You can actually play it by yourself, and it's still be a fun game to play. And also all the unlocking of the achievements and stuff are all challenging and like doesn't feel quite pushover. Although there's some challenges that the game asks you to do are just kind of bullshit. But that's only in the what's it called? There's mini games you can play basically of challenging each character's mechanics and how they work, which is great. But at the same time, it's like, I'm trying to get to the point of finishing that challenge is hard enough. And then they're asking you to, hey, there's a goal challenge. Challenge yourself and see if you get the goal challenge. And then you look at that goal challenge, and there's times where I go, oh, that's super easy. I could totally do that. Like, just not, no sweat, no problem. And there's a few other ones I go, I don't understand how you got that high. Like, how'd you get there? Like, there's a few of them. It's like, I don't understand. How do you got that number out of this? Because I could busting my balls before, and now this is there. Like, okay. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like everything about it is pretty good. Like the scenery, you jumping around, like the mechanics. Like if you remember Risk of Rain 1, and then playing now Risk of Rain Returns, like it's pretty much the same thing, just updated. Like all the art, all the scenarios you jump through. The game flow feels better than the first one. Like again, like it feels like it's better to play than whenever I played before. And what else? and I'm still unlocking more shit for the game. There's a lot of shit to unlock.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Well, I was looking on Twitter. I went to Twitter. That was a horrible mistake. Yeah. We got to talk about dipshit, and then we'll talk about Satisfactory. So another 20 minutes.
Oh.
The completionist is a fucking douchebag. Gerard is a fucking douchebag.
Ah.
He
squandered money. I've heard about the thing.
Yeah, the Open Hand Foundation, a foundation for dementia research, partially founded by Gerard the Completionist, has been storing donations for 10 years rather than giving them to charities like that Gerard claims they've been directly supporting. This allegedly due to them not having found an appropriate charity to give them money yet. This is not the same as Gerard pocketing fund directly. Sometimes something the numerous rumors news outlets are already spreading. That is a lie. Okay, so here's the truth. They're holding on to your money. They've held on to your money for 10 fucking years.
Yep.
That doesn't... No. That's the same goddamn thing.
Yep.
As... You might as well have pocketed the money.
I mean, here's the thing. So if the money hasn't budged at all and it's still in this account and it's not being pulled out by him, I still think he's still somewhat in the clear that he's not evil.
Oh yeah, no, he's in the clear that he's not evil, but it's still a D-bag thing to do. It's like, oh, we didn't find a proper charity. It's like, I don't fucking care. You said you were going to donate the money.
Like, find something, anything, because you said you're going to do it.
Like, why are you not donating the money?
Yeah.
Why are you
exactly?
If the answer is like, oh well, we haven't found a suitable charity that is actually trying to solve dementia, fine, that's one thing. But then say it.
Yeah. Or I would just kind of blame it on YouTuber incompetence.
Yeah, it is.
Because yeah, like if they don't know how to do it in the first place and they go, oh, we'll do it, not thinking about it twice, and go, oh no, we should have thought about it twice, and then not at all.
Yeah. Gerard claims that he didn't. Does this make Open Hands action excusable? Not even slightly. They were allowed Gerard to openly stay on social media streams. The money was going directly to, which is provable false. And they have admitted to Gerard. Gerard claims they didn't find out about where the funds were going, or in this case, not going until 2022, taking him at his word in lieu of contrary evidence. The conclusion is that every instance since 2022 in which Gerard claimed the money was going directly to benefiting charity was provable and demonstrable lie. Gerard's actions are deplorable, and Open Hand's actions are completely inexcusable. Yeah, they are. They're completely inexcusable. Dumbass. Fucking idiot.
Yeah. Yeah.
However, the claims Gerard has from pocket extremely damaging, not just Gerard, but to the entire student. False claims like this can be proven libel, defamation, to which extremely hard. They also were brought against Open Hand for their actions. As such, exaggerating false claims happened with the money actively hinders the money from getting to the place where it should have ended up from the start, with suffering dementia and their family members. Hold Gerard accountable, but don't lie about him in order to stop hurt. You're only hurting people claiming to stand up for. Yeah. This guy's a piece of shit, a fucking moron, and an idiot.
I don't think he's necessarily a piece of shit. I just think that he just, again, YouTuber incompetence just kicked in, and then he just went, oops, I thought this was, like, literally probably forgot. Mm-hmm. Like, probably the worst incompetence possible, I forgot. It's like, how did you forget this? It's like, I work on YouTube all the time. I don't think I have any time to myself to work on this, which is probably the real answer to the whole thing. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if you just came out and went, I literally forgot. The money's still in the account. Here's an image of the account. It's not edited. It's still there. I forgot. If you went out and said that, oh man, I have such props for that man. Such props. Frick, if you just came out and said that, because it's like, I'm stupid and I forgot. And I'm like, oh shit, really? Oh, like that'd be both like the most honest thing ever and also the most disappointing thing ever, because I'm like, should have hired someone to deal with this or something, like anything. But it's like, if it's just sheer incompetence, then I'm like, well, you're not terrible person, but I mean, you forgot about this, so I don't know. There's some mixed feeling there, but whatever. You're not an evil person, so that's fine. You want to talk about a video game? Uh-oh.
We're good?
Oh, wait. I thought you cut out.
No, I just said I'm coming right back. I had to take a bathroom break.
Oh, I said my point of view about the whole thing.
Yeah, my point of view is that he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, my point of view was like, if he just came out and just said, I'm an idiot and I forgot, I'd be like, wow, big props to you for coming out such.
At least you admitted it.
Yeah. I'm like, big props to you to freaking just admitting that you forgot and it was just incompetence. And I'm like, hey, you know what? Big man that has big balls to say honest things on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it takes some big balls. Like, there we go. Also, you play a video game, right?
I played Satisfactory.
How it wasn't very satisfactory.
I was I put 2.8 hours into it. I think the game's rather decent. The entirety of the game is literally just automation, the game. And to be honest, that is fine. But you can tell it's in early access. The shit that it does well, it does very well. The things that it does poorly, it's few and far between. The problem is like when you're playing it, you're like, meh, it's a fun video game. And then as it goes, I'm just like, I wish they would just let me build things the way I want to build them. And that's not the case. But as a video game, I've enjoyed it so far.
That's good.
Yeah.
So my original question still stands. Was it satisfactory?
It was very satisfactory. It's, you know what? Like, here's the thing is like, I can understand why people like that game.
Yep.
And it really feels really nice. But the thing is that as the game goes, you just need a little bit more work on it. You need a little bit more of a little tuning here, a little tuning there, and the game will get a lot better. And as the game is designed, it works a lot better when it comes to how it plays off of Satisfactory.
Oh.
So
cool.
Yeah.
Is that everything?
That's pretty much everything. I might play a little bit more Satisfactory tonight.
I'm going to try to play Risk of Rain a bit.
Yep. So, thank you everyone for listening to the Black Blank Kids podcast. Sorry about how long it took for us in order to go all the way through everything.
Stupid award show. So stupid.
I mean, I don't even understand why we're talking about it. It's just dumb.
Because, oh man, something stupid happened. Oh, I don't want to talk. Award show.
Why would I want to talk about award shows?
Because I want to complain on my high chair.
Yeah. I want to complain about video games. Thank you, Josh, for joining me this week, where we talked about dicks and balls.
Yep.
And balls and dicks. And dicks and balls. You can join us every Thursday on Black Blank You can join us every Thursday on blackblankgames.podbean.com. Subscribe to us on your favorite podcasting app of choice. You can also listen to us on YouTube if YouTube posts episodes. That's their decision, not mine. But you can listen to us every now and then. Anyways, thank you. Have a good night. Bye.
I should turn it back on again and saying I was literally achievement whoring.
You were achievement whoring. I am disappointed in you as I adjust my mic quality so that way then it goes down. So that way then I can sit there and have a reasonable conversation with my friend here and talk about dicks and stuff like that and cocks.
And talk about how I was whoring myself out so the other person could have achievements. Or actually just unlock more shit, basically.
You know, Josh, I'm just going to say this right now. You know, I have also made a massive achievement, okay? I am now back into the 2-car owner lifestyle firmly. Oh. I have also, here's a pet little secret, Josh, okay? I'm also closer to my personal hero, Henry Ford the First, okay? I own a black car. Okay? You know that old historical statement? You can have any color you want as long as it's black? Guess who has a black car now?
Oh.
Yeah, it's me, you know. I got that black car there, you know. I have a black car, you know. I just, you know, much more than the V8, you know. Got the V8s for when you have your friends who, you know, everyone goes, oh, you know, I'm just so awesome. I'm the greatest around. Let me tell you how great I am. I go, well, you know, I got a V8, so I got the biggest dick here.
Wow.
Now I can just be, you know, Henry Ford. And, you know, I you know, unlike some people, you know, I am not an anti-Semite. Because Henry Ford was two things. He was an anti-Semite and a great CEO.
Okay.
You don't care. You're just like, what the fuck?
I don't know. I hear a word like anti-Semite and I just blank the fuck out.
So Henry Ford was known as a massive anti-Semite. He wrote like some really bad articles.
I see.
But he also was the founder of Ford, and then his son Edsel was the one who took over. Edsel died of cancer, and so Henry Ford II, the good Henry Ford, the one that everyone liked, because he was like Chad. He was the best. He was the one who was like, he's like, we're gonna beat Ferrari. We're gonna kick their ass. He was that guy. Yeah, I was Henry Ford.
Huh.
Yeah.
Man, I have so many. I'm just looking through my Steam library and I'm realizing, if I go back in time, I can literally see what I was playing on my computer. Like, I first got my Steam account. It's kind of a whip back into the past, basically. And I'm like, holy shit.
I put 2
played a lot of weird shit.
I played hentai game. Why did you play hentai game? It was fun.
Boobies.
I needed the I played breeding Nephilims of the breeders of the Nephilim.
I'm pretty sure I have that on my Steam somewhere.
I need to look for some stuff that I had on my.
It's just funny because like you see that game, like you play that like at least once in your lifetime of that breeders game, and then you're like, oh wow, this game goes all out and does all these things. You're like, wow, that's crazy, and then you forget about it for like maybe I don't know 4 years or something, and you go back and you're like, there's updates. This guy's working on still. Mm-hmm. Like, I guess when you're horny, you just constantly work on your dream.
I mean, I don't mind horniness.
I mean, like, I don't mind, like, the horny games coming out and doing their thing. Is like, sometimes I'll just be like, you think it'd be a one and done of, like, doing a certain thing and that's it. But then but then you start realizing, wait, no, this is a career, and you're like, whoa, wow. I mean, yeah.
I mean, like, here's my thing: is like I understand it and like I get it, but like at the same time, like you're talking about something that like you're talking about a group of games that you're like, oh, we made horny game, it very good, and you're like, man, this has some like quality in it. That's concerning. There's like some fit and finish on this game.
There's another game. Oh, I gotta look up the name of it, but it's like it's a farming game and it looks really good. And then there's like, oh, you can also have the sex with the weird monsters that show up, but don't worry, they're cool though. I'm like, wait, what?
I mean, imagine if you could play Diablo 4 and then you could have gay, like kinky sex with Lilith. Like that's basically the level of like game that we're at right now.
Yeah,
we're like, well, people are like, man, we just made the best, and you're like, you made a fucking like, you made it so that like you can just have gay kinky sex with a lesbian. How did you know?
How did you know? I just wanted the gay kinky sex.
I just wanted to fucking have sex.
I actually did play a new video game.
So did I.
And also, I figured out the game that I kickstarted forever ago is released, like, I think a couple of weeks ago. But Arcadia Atlas.
Okay, I'm just gonna look up adult games because normally when I would go through my Steam, like,
oh, it's just a bit of a chore trying to find the adult games because you're like, you have to find a certain tag, you have to look through the certain tag.
Titties.
Because you can't just go titties. You have to kind of sleuth your way through where they're hidden.
I mean, like, yeah, that's the thing, right? Is like you're like, man, I am just going to look in this stupid. Oh, there's literally titties. And like, it's just it's funny because like at the same time, I get it. Like, I get why people are like, don't you want like anime? And it's like, no, I don't. I really don't. Like, I understand, but like I at the same time I'm just questioning everything.
I'm always just like just curiously
well, you just bought like you're like the guy who like is like, I own like 15 hentai games.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
there's a few that I still want to purchase, but I'm cheap. So I'm like, no, $10. Make that $10. I'm waiting.
When it's $10, I'm buying it.
It's $10. I'm getting it.
Do I actually own Ticket to? Why do I own Ticket to Ride on Steam? What the fuck? Anyway, should we shink?
We probably should shink.
Shink. Oh, by the way, thank you for doing my reference. I appreciate it.
No problem.
And are you okay talking about and I'm asking because before we talk about it, do you even want to talk about the big news that happened last week?
Which one's that one?
Well, the big news, the really big bad news is the Nashville shooters manifesto got released.
From where? Or
you know the Nashville shooting that happened in like March?
National shooting.
The one where the trans guy went into a Christian school and killed 3 kids, 6 adults.
Oh,
and
that
then,
one.
And then it became the meme of like showing the person just getting iced because people were like, "Fuck you." And you had like the trans community being like, I don't understand why people hate us. And it's like, because you're defending a fucking child killer. Like, it became one of those things. And like, you had people like you and me being like, I don't know. This seems kind of stupid.
Seems pretty bad.
It seems like a lot of idiots here are lacking the word compassion. Spell it out for me. Compassion. It basically means don't be a fucking jackass. But yeah, that manifesto came in and it's bad. It's really bad. there are words to describe how bad it is, and I'm pretty sure if Alan was here, it would be talked about. Most definitely. Because it basically confirms everything that, like, multiple people have been saying for years. Multiple groups of people have been saying for years. About extremism and these groups of people being rather extreme and it becoming rather comparant. And when I read it, because I read it, because I'm like, oh, I should probably know what this says before I comment on it. I read it and I was like, oh, now I feel like as if a bunch of people who I know who were leftists who have since like told me to go fuck myself. Now I'm wondering if they ever really liked me as a person. And I'm going, Well, I feel sad. And then I had 8 interviews, and now I really don't give a flying fuck.
Oh. All right then.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Do you even want to talk about that?
No, not really. It's just it's if anything like the other serial killer manifestos, it's gonna be drivel garbage that only makes sense to him, or the ideology is so twisted to the point of like, yeah, it makes sense to you because you twisted it to your will.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Yeah. Like, it doesn't mean this applies to everyone. This means it only applies to you.
It means that it applies to people who think like you.
Yeah.
Of which there's a very small minority.
There's just like a fraction of people that might agree with this. Maybe.
The thing that struck out to me is it literally mentions the word Mustangs. And I'm like, I fucking drive a Mustang. Oh, fuck. So it said that, and I was like, whoa, a little creeped out there. Not gonna lie. But yeah, no. If you don't want to talk about, we're not gonna talk about.
Don't wanna.
I don't wanna. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'd much rather talk about other weird shit.
Like Steam OLED.
Yeah, Steam OLED.
You're gonna buy Steam OLED.
I kind of want one, but for whatever reason they're saying it's limited, and I'm like, you mean limited for now?
I think that if I get a job in like the next couple of months, I'm going to. How do I say this? I think if I get a job in the next couple of months and it's good paying and I'm actually like happy, because I still have my joint in there for when I get a job. Yes, when I get a job, you're coming over and we're drinking and getting fucking wasted.
Oh dear.
Unless you don't want to, in which case then we're not doing it.
I'm a person who doesn't like drinking.
You're what the fuck?
I know.
Whoa.
And in the few times I had weed, it's just like I'd rather just close the doors, lock everything up, and take the weed and just stay home. Like,
well, fine, I'll have the weed, you bastard. I'm not offended.
It just the only thing that sucks though is that, like, you know, let's say you take the weed and then you're like, oh, I have to go somewhere.
Well, the problem is like with me is like it's 26, so I'm probably going to be fucking dead. And
definitely a die of weed death.
Yeah, like the last time I did that amount, I think I was sufficiently fucked up, and I woke up and I was still fucked up.
Yeah, I had that happen.
And then, like, that's always like the best feeling is like when you wake up and you're like, I'm still fucking drunk, and you're like, oh,
man, I literally did that. So I actually, but the next day I was like, oh, I gotta go to work, and then I literally was walking up. I was high as shit. My coworkers were also walking up, and I was like, oh, hey, you seem pretty happy today. I'm like, yep.
Oh yeah, I'm fucking happy as can be. Huh? Wonder why Josh is so happy. I'm fucking wasted.
I'm blitzed as shit.
I mean, it was the thing that, like, I'm not gonna try and diss London drugs, but there was one shift where at least I fucking was like, There was one shift where I fucking drove to work drunk.
Oh no.
And then I came home and I was like sober as a kite. And I was just like, yeah, I'm never doing that hard. I went hard. It was bad.
Lucky you.
Oh yeah, it was great. I was like, I'm having Chinese food. So I had Chinese food.
As you do.
Yeah. Yeah. Thinking 3, 2, 1.